Here we go.
Hey guys, it's PkmariO. First things first, my channel 2 days ago on April 25th turned 5 years old. Yeah, that's right. It's been half a decade since I opened up this channel back in 2016. I know, it's pretty surreal. And I figured to commemorate that, that I should revisit one of my most viewed videos, specifically the one on how to record gameplay onto VHS, which, as of right now, stands as the third most viewed video on my channel with a little over 2,700 views. So to all of those of you who watched it, thank you for that. Unfortunately, I did receive one frequently asked question on that video that I was unable to answer. So without further ado, let's get into that. So of course I'd like to start off by of course telling you how to set everything up. So of course you're going to need whatever game console it is that you want to record on VHS. In my case here we have the Super Nintendo already loaded with a copy of Star Fox. Now I chose Star Fox in particular because there's no save file, so I'm not damaging anything if I turn the system on and off again. You're gonna need now of course the vast majority of VCRs, save for the only one in existence that is a Blu-ray VHS combo, even then I'm not entirely sure on that one, but for the most part VCRs use these RCA cables, or some people might call it RF connection, I'm not sure, but yeah, in my case here I have an extension cord that runs across my room just because of how everything's set up. And then of course you're going to need a blank VHS tape, which you can find at flea markets and thrift stores, other such places. And then of course your VCR. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh. Countrymen, I think we might have a bit of an issue here. The picture's not showing up. Yeah, I've got my Super Nintendo on. It's plugged into the VCR correctly. But nothing's showing up. So what's the issue here? Well, this is actually the frequently asked question that I got in the comments section that up until recently I was unable to answer, which is why I bring you this video today. See, if you have a remote, or even if you have one of those VCRs that has a channel dial on it, because some of them do, there's something that you can do here that can allow you to fix this. And see, I figured this out because there's a VCR downstairs in my living room that I tried to record with, but for the longest time I couldn't, and I wanted to record on that one because I figured tracking was better. And then I just started playing around with things, and I eventually figured something out. So, see, if you have a remote here, there's actually one little feature on here that you might take for granted at first, and that would be input select. Because see, we have it on channel 105. Now, it doesn't exactly take a rocket scientist to see that that won't work, because we have the Super Nintendo plugged into this input right here, line 2. Now, the reason I didn't think about this when I originally made that first video was because this VCR, as soon as I plug something into the front right there, it automatically switches to line 2, so I never need to worry about that, but with some older VCRs, you might have a bit of issues. Now, see, shit. Yeah, I already have a tape in there. Ah, we got it online too, and now it's working. So yeah, it's a very simple issue of just making sure that you have everything on the right line input. And then once you have the picture, up, really it's just a matter of finding a blank VHS tape to record on, which in some cases is easier said than done. But that was actually how I was able to record the tape that I have loaded in the VCR right now, which allowed me to capture gameplay footage of the Wii. More specifically, a session of me playing Mario Kart. So, yeah, chances are this is probably going to be the issue that you're having. Just make sure that you have everything on the right line input, in my case, line 2. There is another one on the back, which is line 1, which is why the front one is line 2, which I find kind of weird, to be honest. But, yeah, you can basically record anything just so long as you have the RF cables to hook up to a VCR. Now, if you want to hook up something like a PS4 or an Xbox One or something like that to your VCR, that's where things might get a little bit more complicated. Like, if you really want to see gameplay footage of new games, except on an old format like VHS, the only way I could see that ever working out is if you use a capture card and then plug in a laptop or something to your VCR, which that's a bit out of my realm of knowledge. But if you have the right cords, you should theoretically be able to get it to work. But yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of simple, stupid troubleshooting that you need to do. So yeah, hopefully this helps out for anyone who had issues with that. And I will see you all next time.